Greetings, queer beings, greetings, green beings, trying to make me cough. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. Um, yeah, so one of my new pipes. It is rather cheap. It smokes a bit hot, but for the price, I like it anyway. And I use organic tobacco to make my voice fade with HAARP, and usually they also take me and shit. But I don't really care. I don't have that many viewers anyway. And I have a new poker pipe. Either blocking the video. That's to depersonalize the victim me. So the point was, I don't know if you heard that, I was able to enable to see the view meter. And all speech errors are also made by the beast computer by modifying my brainwave. So the pedo Jesuit infant eaters are killing you all with HAARP in reality. And the point was that they make bad weather during the weekends. And they do it for the god Lucifer, the god of Freemasons, while pretending they worship some other deity. But Freemasons have taken the Luciferian oath to kill you all and poison you all. Which is also clear from the facts that they poisoned you with chemtrails and they continue chemtrailing and killing you all. And the cannibal Obama is also part of that, of course. They muted the video, so the video might still work. When I put it on my camera, then it's not working, so they've done something to switch it off. And it switches off after a couple of minutes every time. And all these things they do are to prevent me from telling my story clearly. Which I've already told, so the Maxton browser all of a sudden cannot do the broadcast anymore. And the Chrome browser also had problems with that. And I usually don't use that, so you first have to do other things. And after that I already told my story. I usually tell it to whoever wants to listen, which is nobody because I'm isolated, so as to torture 6.5 billion people to death for the Luciferian New World Order with small kill methods, chemtrails, gather vaccines. You see the list of pandemics caused by vaccinations, new designer viruses like airborne Ebola, remotely controlled insects. Sex is an insects. And especially with HAARP, with directed energy weapons, which is the best way, heart attacks, brain bleedings, and mind losing cancer. 1 in 2 American males. Cancer cell phone antennas. GMO food as a sterilizing weapon, also Steno. Also with aluminum resistant seed in combination with chemtrails. And so Obama pretends to be a Muslim, pretends to be a Christian, which he's not, of course. It's clear he's a Luciferian, 32nd degree Freemason, Prince Hall Freemason. And his ministers are racist. People that claim that what they call the white race, which is a concept I don't believe in, is a race of devils. These people have tortured all teeth out of my mouth and my mother to death. They switched off my camera to depersonalize me. So that's one of their techniques, part of active measures, which is the technique they're using to create their Luciferian New World Order. But these Jesuit infant-eating child traffickers are doing that with the cancer HAARP, and what you hear in your heads is, of course, a quantum computer. It's not God. It's not a person. So you can't win. It only lets you see and hear what it wants you to see and hear. And I think we'll have a lot more bad weather during the weekends. It might be an excellent way to slowly kill these workers that need sunlight. And of course, they hate people like me that are too smart, that expose them, and also expose controlled opposition, so that there is real opposition to their depopulation, their legal torture, the child trafficking networks, the constant harassment of 6.5 billion people with quantum computers, and the cancer HAARP in Falkland Flats, Alaska, that's programmed to do nothing but depopulate the earth in violation of the Genocide Convention. So perhaps Alex Jones is right with kill or be killed. You have to kill these Jesuit infant eaters before they kill you all. And they're only human. And there are 25 scalar weapon countries. There used to be 15, so by now there are probably 25 of them. And they're constantly attacking my throat with HAARP. By attacking muscle movement, they attack my vocal cords and try to make my voice fade, and to let me make speech errors. Also by attacking my brain. Oh yeah, and the main thing they've been doing lately is yesterday they produced a ringing in the head all day again. And they're dissolving my spine, so they're attempting to, or they are inducing cancer, probably of the type B-cell lymphoma with HAARP, which they've also done to former Presidents Chavez and Steve Jobs. And they want me to pretend that you all can do anything about it if you unite, but they can still kill you all with HAARP, which is bullshit. And as a matter of fact, if they would have been able to kill you all, they would have done so already. So I don't buy that. It's a slow, tedious process as part of active measures ideological subversion. And phase 4 is normalization, is when the tanks roll in, fitting in with the Rockefeller quote to create a crisis big enough so people will have to accept their new world order, the global government. And their new trade agreement fits in with that to lower the wages, play them out against each other. It's divide to defeat and problem reaction solution over and over again. Ordo ab chaos, first they create a problem. For example, they crash planes into the WTC with HAARP. And then they also offer the solution, which is the war of terror, etc. The CIA's ISIS is also helping with that. And there is a list of terrorist attacks committed by Muslims. Because Muslims are also still there. On Wikipedia, the CIA, Vatican Encyclopedia. So I doubt if any of these attacks really happen, if they're really done by Muslims. But okay, it's just my idea. But I looked for that because I thought that there were no Muslim attacks. And that the WTC was clearly done by the Jesuits, that the Muslims have no power to stop planes from flying. At the same time it happened, and some other things that the Jesuit military order can do. And it's clear you cannot crash two planes into a building with box cutter knives, even if you put it on their throat and shit. Then they would just use their hands and break the line of fire. So they wouldn't crash these planes into the building even if they have a gun to their heads, which is not the official story. Anyway, you can also see these explosives. The explosives going off clearly. On the videos, which I've also uploaded. So there's no doubt there were explosives in the building. And it was thermate analyzed by Dr. Alex Jones. So they're not facing up to the beast computer, that's time travel capability. Place God in their skulls, which may be exterminating them, including the paedofiles from their future. So the pedo infant eaters that have raped my advanced child are going to kill you all. For playing God in your skulls to keep it clear the voice of God programming is real. Usually with the title I can recall what my broadcast is about. The title of this broadcast is 6.5 billion people still killed with HAARP, bad weather in weekend, made by all Jesuit paedophiles that will kill you all. So some by old people that believe in the lie that we're overpopulated, etc. Blinded by the night. I knew you would come up and a river in the night. Means turn off my camera, Pedro. Oh yeah, and Adolfo Nicholas is their leader. So I don't believe he resigned. And that HAARP is switched off. And I don't believe that they don't eat infants as part of their initiation ritual. With 30 million children disappear yearly. Worldwide, 8 million in the US alone. These are the official numbers. You can check it out, statistics for yourselves. Your profile could not be opened correctly. Some features may be unavailable. Please check that the profile exists and you have permission to read and write its contents. I'm trying to switch on the camera. Stalkers honk the car horn. It's now 13:18. So you shouldn't believe anything they say and stay proactive.
We're sorry, but this product does not support your browser at this time. Please install or use one of the browsers listed below. Thanks! Chrome 37 plus Internet Explorer 9, 32-bit, or 10 plus Firefox 36 plus Safari 6 plus.
Just when I try to use the external browser, which used to work with the thing. So if I switch off the broadcast, I started this broadcast on the other browser. I think I already tried once if it works if I started with Chrome also. So I just copied the web address and then continued with Chrome. So then I reconnect the camera. It might work for only a minute or two or something. So I don't get why the camera doesn't work to make me cough with HAARP. Whether they do it with remote installed insects or not. It's definitely done with HAARP, like the crop circles. And you can see a video of these crop circles being made with HAARP with scalar orbs, also called Foo Fighters, on universalpeaceofgendo.com. I'm sorry I can't get my camera to work for you all. You can see beginning of the broadcast how I look. So it definitely did work. And I think the NSA are blocking my camera to demonize me, to play people out against me. They want to pretend that the people that expose them are pedophiles and conspiracy theorists, while in reality is based on conspiracy facts. Because they want to have a scapegoat to blame crimes on. And they do human sacrifice, torture children to death, and rape little girls because they're more innocent and they believe that they get special powers according to official Vatican documents. According to Kevin Bennett, the fake priest with the fake court, more controlled opposition. To prevent you all from being able to do anything, they control the Supreme Court and the death rate against her HAARP. So using legal means to stop these people is impossible. So I claim a fair trial is impossible as long as you allow these Jesuit infant eaters to control your Supreme Court, etc. Protecting my neck, left side of my neck, cancer HAARP. And they're also continuously attacking my throat to prevent me from talking. It's part of their no talk programming. So you can see the HAARP weather they've created. And I mentioned it in my previous broadcast already, which nobody can see because there, oh wow, I have 2 viewers, 1 viewer. That they modify the weather with HAARP, and they make bad weather in the weekends for the plebs, the workers, to depopulate the earth. Because they're deprived of sunshine and die of depression caused by that lack of sunshine. And of course, the rain contains lots of ingredients such as ethylene dibromide, nanoparticulates which are absorbed by your skin, cyanoviruses, to depopulate the earth. And they claim that's legal to experiment on the populace with poisons, etc., under the Open Sky Treaty. Plus they control the Supreme Court and the death race, so you're not going to get a fair trial anyhow. It's impossible. So if you thought there were no more broadcasts of these guys not tortured anymore, then you're wrong. In reality, I'm still tortured to death, and so are 6.5 billion people. You see, I'm at 0 viewers again. Well, when there's no camera, I can just as well cut off the broadcast, but I could also leave it on like this. I may make a new broadcast started with the Chrome browser. First copy the link. Google started Hangout on air, so I can start it with Chrome. I could also just try Firefox or some other browser. So I'm gonna end this broadcast for Universal Peace.